What's up, potheads? We're back again. So today we're going to take a look at the actual in-vehicle measurements comparing the DS18 ZXIs with the Sundown LCMRs. We already did the WinIsd calculations to see how they actually measure on paper. Now we're going to see how they perform in the vehicle. Let's go ahead and take some measurements and take a look. For my own sanity, I went back and I took the speakers that I actually measured in my car. I took them out and remeasured them with my Dayton Audio, my DATs, and then replotted them in WinIsd. So the red line here is the DS18 and the yellow line is the Sundown. Okay, so what we notice here is that the DS18, while it is much louder, it doesn't play as low. Okay, so the goal here is to verify that that is actually the case in the car. All right, so what I did was with Room EQ Wizard, I took some measurements. First measurement I took was a near field, which is by putting the microphone very close to the speaker to make sure that all the reflections and stuff that are happening inside the car are not affecting the measurement. And adjusting for the level, this is the result. So what this shows us here is that the DS18 in orange, actually starts dropping off significantly at 85 hertz. Okay, whereas the Sundown will still play very nicely and actually play a lot louder, all the way down to 42 hertz, which is primo, right? So if you look at the difference between the two, you have, we'll say at 45 hertz, we've got 92 decibels compared to 104 decibels. That's crazy, right? I also did a moving microphone method in the driver's seat. And that's taking the measurement microphone and going back and forth, right, with a pink noise. And this is the result of that. Okay, so at 124 hertz, the DS18 starts rolling off, which is almost identical to what we see in WinIsd. Okay, whereas the Sundown will just continue to play down to 30-something hertz, which is crazy. And if you look at the difference in output, which is what's important, the difference in output, 57 decibels versus 69 decibels. So just going to prove and further emphasize the point that yes, you can use WinIsd to model a speaker to see how it's going to perform in the car, right? There is no magical installation technique that will create mid-bass if a speaker cannot produce mid-bass, right? And that's the thing we're trying to prove, is that it is possible to model a speaker, see how it's going to perform, and then it works, right? Now, keep in mind that there are things that happen inside a car, right? There's different gains and reflections and losses and cancellations. There's a bunch of stuff that goes on inside a car, right? It's not a perfect scenario, a perfect location for any speaker. But the main point to get out of this is that the speaker's only going to do what it can do, and that's it. Okay? Cool. I hope that helps. I appreciate it. Peace.